Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us for our series of videos about stages of the assessment cycle. This video is the first of 7 brief videos about the assessment cycle specially designed for student affairs practitioners. This video will provide a short overview of the assessment cycle. All videos in this series are brought to you by the Student Affairs Assessment Support Service at the Center for Assessment and Research Studies at James Madison University. This is the assessment cycle. It's a continuous or iterative process made up of 7 stages. The first stage of the assessment cycle is establishing objectives for your program or intervention. Objectives clearly articulate what you want students to know, think, or do as a result of experiencing your program or intervention. Objectives should be measurable or observable. Once you establish your objectives, the programming should be mapped to the objectives, which is the second stage of the assessment cycle. Mapping your objectives to your programming helps to ensure your programming appropriately covers every objective. The third stage is selecting or designing instruments to measure your program objectives. It's important to select instruments that are well aligned with your objectives. After selecting or designing instruments to measure your objectives, the next stage in the assessment cycle is collecting implementation fidelity data. Implementation fidelity data allows us to unlock the black box of assessment by revealing the extent to which the planned or intended programming differs from the programming that was actually delivered. In addition to collecting implementation fidelity data, you must also collect information concerning student achievement of your objectives. This occurs during stage 5 of the assessment cycle. After you collect data from students, you should analyze the data to determine whether students achieved your intended program objectives or not. During data analysis, you integrate student data with implementation fidelity data to make more informed decisions about your program or intervention. Also, you should be sure to maintain data for future reference. This is the 6th stage of the assessment cycle. The 7th stage is arguably the most important stage in the entire assessment cycle. It is the reason why we engage in assessment in the first place. The 7th stage involves using student data and implementation fidelity data to inform appropriate program changes. Recall, the assessment cycle is continuous. Thus, as we continuously reassess our student learning objectives, we aim to evidence improved student learning or development. To learn more about a particular stage of the assessment cycle, please watch the corresponding video for that stage. We hope you enjoyed this overview of the assessment cycle. Thank you for your time and attention.